good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you in the world, in the universe, what it is, what's up? You like your boy Big Frank. Just conversations. But I know yesterday was a spicy day. Do me a favor, if you get a moment, just go ahead and share this to your cousin and people. Follow us. Exclusive content consistently. Also, listen, let us set the tone of the day, and let us pray. Let us get our minds focused in. Let's get our hearts and our mind in alignment. Cool. Side. Let dreams. Good chance God to really 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1. What was that? That was crazy. Can y'all hear me now? Can you do? Is my audio there? 1, 2. And is we live still? Help me, Jehovah. Sometimes you just mess up, you know? Even even right now. Do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. 1, 2. I think you're on mute. All right, hopefully I'm back. Let me know in the comments real quick. I hear myself. I don't know what that was. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know y'all can hear me. Then we're gonna get into this stuff because I got some things I want to address quickly. Loud and clear, Nicholas Young. So, when I was when I came on, I was literally trying to pray to set things in order. So let's get back into that. Let's just realign our minds and just give God thanks for the day. God, we thank you for the day. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for what you're getting ready to do. Thank you that you're just amazing. Thank you for dreams, vision, insight, direction, and guidance. Thank you, God, for what you're getting ready to let flow in our life, God. We even thank you for some of the challenges that are before us because, God, you know how to make things right. Now, let's get into this conversation. Now, I'm going to touch on yesterday's topic for a hot second. Then I want to get into some local stuff and really have a conversation. Number one, I want to talk about a video was put out yesterday by Bridget Miles. Go check it out. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got for that. Go check it out. Come to your own conclusions. I'll have more political guests here on the show. Uh, and we'll just take it from there. Like I said, I have no ties to nobody but the man upstairs, for real, for real. And we're looking to just allow people to come and have a platform to express themselves. I'm going to try to put together a forum. Now, y'all pray for me. I'm talking good, where we can get everybody at the table or at a location and just have some good, um, well needed dialogue. Because one thing that we're missing sometime is the collective effort required to make something happen. So that's on that. If you haven't seen the video, feel free to go check it out. Tap into it. Bridget Miles. She gives her comments and how she feels. So check that out for sure. But listen, I want to take a quick moment though, and make sure that for those who are spiritual, those that pray, make sure we're lifting up the name. I believe the name is Evelyn Riviera. She's battling rare cancer. Wendy, greetings, my sister. Greetings. She's fighting a rare cancer. She's a student at Calfis Elementary School. She's a young lady. Just make sure we're lifting her up in prayer and anybody else that you may know who is going through a challenging time, because I think that we have to understand that our children are not just our future, they're our now, and they have challenges as well. So let's lift that family up as a whole. But let's get into some conversation, y'all. Number one, it's snowing outside. It is frigid outside. We're trying to get to springtime, but it's taking us a while to get there. I am getting ready to have a conversation. This is what I do. And I'm going to be very honest with you because I can't be anything else. I'm looking at the political landscape, and I am privileged to have absolutely also pray for, I believe that says, Ebony Keels. Oh, got you. Absolutely. Because I'm a praying man. So just for y'all to know who I am, this is what I do. I am both community. I am both Christian. I'm spiritual. I'm tapped in to the realm. So we're definitely gonna take a moment before we end this broadcast to pray for the names that you guys mentioned. But I also want to take this moment and talk about the political landscape because that's just been the focus of where we are right now. Number one, I want to identify that I'm not seeing the collective work at the table, period. Um, if we want to transform a thing and we want to make something major happen, it's going to require a collective effort. There's no way around it. I don't care how you chop that up. I don't care how you feel your feelings, that collectively we all have a role and a part to play, even those that we dislike and we don't necessarily agree with. What's the function? Because one thing that I understand is that God can use somebody. who may have an ill will for his plan. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. I'm just telling you that he can. So let's talk about the city of Niagara Falls. The city of Niagara Falls is getting ready to receive, y'all don't want the truth, a significant amount of money. The Niagara Development Corporation has approved a capital projects budget exceeding $85.8 million for 2025. I'm gonna say that again. So, for the redevelopment of Niagara Falls, New York, on the horizon of the USA Niagara Development Corporation has approved. Not we questioning, we're asking. They approved a capital projects exceeding $85.8 million. And the focal point of these funds is towards what? Tourism. The focal point isn't to make the Niagara Falls side of the falls look and present better than the Canadian side. They believe that, hey, if we don't do any projects in Niagara Falls on this side, all the money is going to go over to the Canadian side, which is a valid fact, not even knocking the statement. But I am perplexed. I am bewildered. I am trying to figure out that how can we approve this project for the Niagara Falls Tourism District and not handle the affairs and the challenges that the city deals with on a daily basis. Them roads, ridiculous. Houses, abandoned. We have to really figure out a plan of action to really use this money wisely. I'm not knocking development. I'm not knocking the need to be a part of the Niagara Falls advancement. But let me ask this question while I'm here. Let me ask it. They're getting ready to spend $85.8 million in the city of Niagara Falls. My question is, this is a valid question, where is our hand? Where is our hand in the fact that we should be able to benefit from what we've been approved for? I'm gonna try to make it plain. So when they begin to build down there, they begin to bring construction down there, and they're making these projects happen. My question is, I don't want to make this a race thing, but those of the urban community who have business ideas, business concept, who have things that they're trying to push, are we in the equation to help manifest what could be an amazing experience down by the falls? I'm just asking these questions. Please don't get on me today. I'm just having a conversation, because to have this amount of income to come into the city for this year, we're not talking about next year, no, this year. I want to make sure I read it right. 85.8 million for 2025, and what they're trying to do is just give a better tourism experience. But my challenge is that once you build up the tourism downtown Niagara Falls, what happens when you pass the Seneca gas station? What happens when you start driving up 3rd Street and you get on Main Street, you make that right, and you keep going down Main Street, and you pass the gas station, you pass you start to pass the banks, and you start passing a few restaurants. You keep going, you realize on my way down to see the train station, if I choose Main Street, the business district does not look like the business district. I'm just making some observation. I'm just making some observation. Now, why we may persuade people to go down Whirlpool, because go down Whirlpool, you don't get to see the challenges that we're facing, and it's a better and an easier access point. I understand. I get it. We got a trailway on Whirlpool Street. We got a nice little pathway happening down that way. And when you drive, it's greenery on one side, some decent houses on the other side, but we're just trying to get to a place. But if you cross over a couple blocks, it still looks like we haven't invested in our city well. Police station look good, but I believe that somebody. Good morning, Christina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning out to my JFS family who's doing their due diligence the best they can. Shout out to you all. For real. Thank y'all for being steadfast. And not leaving like I did. But in real conversation, I think that there needs to be some ideas and plans in place. So as we have this political landscape right now of people who are running and trying to get in office, I would really love a conversation of what is the master plan. Key, I called your name out. Listen, Key, I see your own. I just want you to know when I was praying, I was muted, but I was praying. Your name came up. Um, because my question that I have right now is in this current landscape of the political agenda that's happening, even my video yesterday, don't judge me. These components, for real, what is the strategy? What is the plan long term that's going to turn this city to be what it can be? Fair, greetings. Come on. Don't y'all start with me, Fair. I'm gonna text you back too. I got you. I know I owe you some Texas. I got you. We have to do our due diligence as a unit. Matter of fact, while I'm here, I missed my meeting with the ministers on yesterday. Oops, forgive me. But our community, our churches, our place of worship, no, divided we will lose. Absolutely. We have to come together and have, come on, D, I see you. We have to come up with a plan of action. Why? Because fighting is necessary at some point. I get it, defend. But then the next phase has to be what do we do and how do we sit at a table where we can get things done? I'm not trying to get in my preacher voice, but I felt it kicking up. Come on, D with the T. In the D era, coming to y'all soon. But I want you guys to understand that there has to be a real strategy. And let me say this, you may not like me for it, but it's okay. I hold no ties to no one. That some of the people that we are trying to fight against have access to things that we need to win. Now, I can go to the Bible, I can pull a book out, I can show you how the Lord works in crazy ways. But what I'm telling you is that we need now, what is the strategy? What is the plan? Come on. Matter of fact, let me see if I can read that. I didn't read my glasses. Nicholas Young says, there is no strategy that the mayor is, I can't. Nick, don't judge me. I'm going to look down at my phone because I can't see it from over there. So, blessings, Rosalind, blessings. Nicholas says, there is no strategy that the mayor is doing. What the mayor would like to do, we have a bunch of yes men that are in the council at this point, and we have up and coming people that are, yes, going into office or potentially running for office with no political background, no experience in handling or balancing a budget. We have a bunch of people that are social media influencers or people that are popular with the city, and the city itself of Niagara Falls needs somebody that doesn't but has experience. Absolutely. I'm about to, boom. There, that's what he said. I could have said that way. So, absolutely, and I agree, Nick, absolutely, because now I'm gonna be honest, like I said, because it's just conversation. So I'm welcome to dialogue. What has to happen is if I have somebody who has experience, right? Then somebody who has influence. Oh, this is good. Then somebody who has access to places, we can come up with a strategy to begin to figure out how we can make these pieces move and provoke change. Because after you yell, I'm a yeller, after you scream, right? After you get elected, I tell people this all the time, you won't understand the fullness of a seat until you sit in it. So we're gonna go, we're gonna fight, but the people who are running, people who are present, absolutely. There are individuals who are just yeses to yeses and yeses. And there's individuals who are legit. No, this don't make sense. Not only that, people who are trying to get in are fed up and they're tired, and I get it. And one of them they have an influence, they have impact, and it's great. And if it's managed well, it can yield something. But you're gonna have to take influence, and you're gonna have to take influence, you're gonna have to take experience, you're gonna have to take access, and they all have to work together. But until we understand that we can agree to disagree and still get a job done, yes, we can. Christina said, now you're talking. Ross and Blessing. Nicholas says, I completely agree with you. However, you will agree that not all influence is good influence and not all experience is good experience. That is true at 100%. So this is where Niagara Falls, not as a whole, has fallen short because I'm gonna say how it came to this, so don't judge me. We do not vet the conversation, we don't vet the people, we don't vet the process, we don't vet the future. And politically, what we've done in Niagara Falls is we've made piss poor decisions and have to deal with the consequences later because we did not vet the people, meaning that people have come and given us great ideas, great concepts. We're like, yes, we signed the contract, but realizing that the people that we gave buildings to ain't got no money to do anything with. What? We are then waiting last minute to solidify things. Wait a minute. Let me show you how we work, the government. There's a need to do something. We then don't do it. Then the deadline comes. Then we have to do a last minute public hearing to then approve what should have been done months or 6 months ago. Or then we get in bed with people and make deals in this community that have no advancement for the future. You didn't vet this deal. You didn't know. You didn't take the time to read the fine print. We didn't take time to figure out if you even had enough money to do what you said. Wait a minute. But now let's talk about it. Now let's talk about it. We can blame the government. We can blame the politicians. And we can blame we can. But what did we do? Yes, show up to a city council meeting. If you're going Wednesday, they got one tomorrow. You can go. I think it's at 6 o'clock. Get there by 5:45. If you want to sign up to speak, you only got 3 minutes, not 5. But say your piece. I think somebody's requesting that people were all black. I believe that I heard that in a post somewhere. Heard it in a post. Don't make sense. But what I want to say is showing up to the council meeting is a portion of it. Very important. Not going to dismiss it. But are we vetting the people that we want to represent us? I'm not talking about run down their history, run down their past, or what they can't do. No, what's the vision? What's the plan? What is it that we're trying to do? I think Kiera said, but we still have to approach the right way. Absolutely. Michael Barker says, say that, Mr. Handley. Absolutely, sir. Thank you. Nicholas says, but I should have worn my glasses. But what you have to understand is being a politician is leaving your emotions at the door and handling the issue at hand. You can't be emotional, and you can't drive emotions to the people who are emotion-based. I need my glasses. Y'all don't judge me. I didn't bring my glasses. Please get me glasses. Listen, no, for sure. Forgive me. Make sure next tomorrow I'll do better. For emotion based, and I think that I don't think anything's gonna change because it's gonna happen. Nick, you gotta forgive me. Glasses is coming tomorrow, but I agree to the point that you can't be driven by emotions, right? So you have to be consistent. Now, to be consistent means you have to show up with a true plan of action and a level of, I won't use the word stick-to-itiveness. I think that's a real word. And what happens is when you are frustrated, you got to be firm. When you're aggravated, you got to be consistent. And you can't drive off. Now, listen, I am a preacher. I'm charismatic. We yell, we scream, we get to going, we get the people riled up, but the information that has to come across cannot be emotion-based. So in church, we call this thing called bleeding on the people. When you grab your emotion, right, and you try to project your emotions to stir up the people to be emotional. But emotions fade. In the morning, you're hangry. By the afternoon, you're not feeling. I need my coffee first. If you are living or navigating or moving based off emotions alone, you're gonna look like you're crazy. That's as simple as you put it. You're going to look like you are crazy. Michael Barksdale says, I would suggest folks read the city charter to gain realistic expectation of what can and cannot be done in the city. You know what? Just you not won't say how I want to say it. I want to be respectful, but absolutely. And you know what I'll do? I'll even be honest and open enough. I need to read the city charter to grab a better understanding, because that might be a conversation we need to have. A series just on the city charter. What can be done? How does it get accomplished? What's needed? Because some of us, I'm guilty at it, are sometimes yelling for a process that we are not even clear about. Listen, don't go nowhere. We got to take a quick break. Don't run away too far. I got to pay my due diligence to those who are sponsors. Rock with me. We're going to continue this conversation, and we'll be right back. So give me 30 seconds, and I'll see y'all on the other side.
Menthol is not just a flavor. It's a manipulative way for big tobacco to target, attract, and addict Black Americans. Tobacco companies aggressively market menthol products using elements of Black culture, putting more products on shelves in Black communities, and making them cheaper. And it's not just an injustice. It's killing us. Smoking-related illnesses are the #1 cause of death in the African American community. Help us fight this injustice at notjustmenthol.org.
Back like I never left. All right, guys, forgive me for that. Listen, I am. If you are, let me use this moment as a commercial break. Okay, y'all should be able to hear me. We should be back. Are we back? Work it out, fam. I'm about to work it out. So y'all should hear me. Are we back? Yes. Yes. All right, we're back. So, all right, forgive me for that, guys. With that being said, with that issue that just happened, meaning that if you are looking to be a part of the production team here at Handley Holding Studios, please reach out to me. Let me know your availability, and we can make some things happen. Sometimes trying to continually has unique what? I got glasses. They at home when I left and took the kids to school. I did not grab them. I'm in error. I'm wrong, but I will make sure I might need me. Yo, okay, long story short, team is coming. A team is coming. I know everybody worked, but a team is coming. A team is coming. So we have to because you no valid, no valid, no valid, valid. Can no valid for sure. Sometimes the concept is that I can handle. Now, this is going to be good. I'm going to show you how we flip this because I'm a preacher. Sometimes we think that we can handle the execution of the task because we did it before by ourselves. Watch it. But we didn't realize that to really be effective in execution, you need people who can be in different places executing different parts for the same agenda. I'm a preacher and I'm in the bag now. In other words, yes, I may be the talent on camera, but somebody needs to be working the audio. Somebody else needs to be preparing the commercials. Somebody else should be in a place talking to somebody else for contracts. Nah, okay? If everybody is doing their due diligence, the final production will be quality. And if there are errors, there are people in positions to fix it. Make it make sense, Frank. If we learn and figure out how to work, watch this, both good and evil. Now, y'all ain't gonna like me for that one. I know. Y'all not gonna, if how can you work evil? For my Bible thumpers, the Bible declares that all things work together for the good, meaning that whatever the enemy has projected for the negative, it turns out for the good. So if God, now, when I tell you I'm in my bag now, if I was preaching, I tell you I feel my help. If God himself has not even learned, but mastered the concept of being able to work the enemy's strategy and his will together to get a better resolve, why are we tripping? Why are we so, as Kira would say, divided? Realizing that even though, now I'm a preacher, so y'all got to forgive me, and if this kind of conversation disturbs you, I got somebody else for y'all. but if Pharaoh, who didn't rock with God, had people in bondage who God hardened his heart, right? You know the story. Every time Moses went to make a petition, there was resistance. But Moses had to get out of his feelings and keep making the petition. And when he made the petition, he kept going before Pharaoh. And finally, Pharaoh made a decision. You know what? Go ahead and leave. But when you leave, take with you more than what you got. But we're so busy trying to fight and trying to yell and scream that we don't realize that there's a plan in place. And that we got to get together. Nicholas said, here we go, trying to read again from a distance. Let me use my phone. From a distance. Nope, I'll try to read it. I can't. I will have glasses. I will get my glasses. Oh, he said, headed to love. Here I go. No, Valerie, listen. No, Nick, you're right. So this is what he said. We're almost done. Headed to love it. That's why I supported Demetrius Nix the way that I did, because the goal was exactly what he could be, the mayor. And Uniqua could have been the people in the background doing all the work. I could have been the city's face as city council. Unfortunately, things didn't plan out the way. But I said, matter of fact, I forgot. Not that I forgot. I knew Demetrius was running for the mayor, but I forgot about the way that was structured to have you on there. I don't know. That even bypassed my mind in this moment. That the way that a petition was structured, it was structured to empower, right? So understand what happens is cool. It didn't work out as planned, but one thing that we don't highlight that I found out was that y'all beat people. Yeah, the mayor won by 200 votes above of Kane, but there's some people that we conquered over. So it's really important to understand that we got to come back to the table, and we got to really have an intense dialogue to what it is that we want the outcome to be and what it takes. And let me help you. I don't have time for, let's be realistic. It takes work and energy to change your mindset, right? It takes consistency. It takes you putting on events. It takes you putting on programs and people not showing up for the first several, 15, 20 of them. But you got to be consistent of like, you know what, I'm trying to bring an adjustment. And that comes with the weight of responsibility and a weight that sometimes is uncomfortable. First said, I sometimes wonder if our penchant, my is the word for me, for fighting is tied to an intimate belief that success must be tied to struggle. Now, fair. I need to see you Thursday. I give you what time. In other words, for those who may like, what she say? Because she fancy. Okay, that's my friend. We can sometimes think we have to fight to succeed. And I get there's a sense to it, but I think that if you have proper strategy, and I say this all the time, a plan. Not saying that it can't be tweaked, not saying that it can't be adjusted, not saying that it can't be rearranged, but there has to be an end goal. I had a conversation with somebody recently, yesterday, and they were telling me about their business, right? So I began to ask questions regarding their business to find out what they really have going on, where they at, what they got going on, what you're trying to accomplish, what's the goal. And those components weren't there, and they wanted to interview with me. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's a good idea. But I told them I'm going to hold off on the interview because when you come on and we have a dialogue about your business, these components needs to be in place. Because if not, when somebody comes to support you or to help you, they don't know where they're going. But we have individuals, unfortunately, who are great at pulling up the dirt from the past, great for acknowledging the challenges in the foul play, and it's needed. I'm not even going to knock it. There's a place for it. But what's the plan? What's the plan? Who? One of my good friends says to me that we are blessed because we have the ability to work with a diverse group of people. I can call your name out the whiz. And what he says is that I can work with the church, I can work with the hood, I can work with different politicians, I can work with the gangsters, I can go different places, right? My question that I have for those who are running, who can go to the places that you need to reach that you can't go to? Like, you're not in every circle. You're not in every place. But if you are trying to destroy everybody all the time, you're not open to those avenues. Then that's just the truth. That's just the truth. So I think that we have a work ahead of us. Yes, I'm definitely going to text you. I'm looking. My mind is fresh, actually. Let me know what your Monday is like. But I'm gonna text you when I get off of this show. I'm gonna get off in about 4 minutes, and I'll text you. Bad says all things work together for the good. Every single one of us is only a part, myself included. We need unity. Come on, unity! If you don't know, follow Unity Park. We are doing karaoke. We have bands and music. Great things are coming and happening. Not even coming, happening now. You don't want to miss that. Plug. We need a commercial. I definitely want to tell you all that we have to prepare for what's coming. I'm gonna talk to my believers for 37 seconds. The government rests upon his shoulders, so there's no need to stress about that. But you have to do what he told you to do concerning your life. We all have a part to play, as mentioned by Kenneth Madger. We all have a role to complete. And when you are out of place or you are not operating in your role, come on, numbers, I hear you talking. You begin to cause a unbalance. You have to then find your replacement, but then you are then unsatisfied. Kiera said, we need real unity, not just unity that everyone talks about. We need to put everything to the side and focus on the city. And Julia says, hey, Juju. Absolutely. The folks running must show up, be a presence in the community. However, they need to be educated in politics, carry themselves trustworthy, other people's choice. Their heart must be for the citizens of the city so that all have access to empowerment and growth. Don't y'all start. Leadership, I get the desire to want to be authentically yourself, and you can be, but you got to know how to be, where to be, and when to be, period. I'm not telling you to put on face. I'm not telling you to Uncle Tom it. I'm not telling you to do those things. But when you come into the company of greatness, bring great. Okay. I am a preacher, and I love my suits, but they can't go everywhere all the time. Sometimes you need a heavy, dynamic Greek and Hebrew word, and sometimes you need something real plain and a little bit more ghetto. Period. If you cannot navigate this earth, it's called professionalism. Absolutely. If you cannot navigate well, we know you human. We know you got flaws. We know you're not perfect. But when you represent me, can I see you in both my struggle and my success? When you I'm talking good to myself. When you represent me, can I see? Can I now you ain't gonna like me? Can I see you in the bonnet? But can I also see you in your fit? Huh? When I see you, let's talk about my boy. Can I see you in your pajamas? But also, can I see you go ahead and put on for a hot second? What's required for this occasion? Because your presentation has to be both. And I can keep talking, I can really keep going, but listen, I'm going to pause this portion of the show. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring this portion to a close. I got to get home to my wife and handle some affairs and things. Nicholas says all collections can be sent to Frank Handley. Talking no valid. Uh, Close the door. No, I'm not gonna say that. You'd be offended. But what I want to say is that we have now, and I say this authentically. We have a responsibility, and I understand. You sound like I'm running, right? That people are working. People are simply trying to navigate their own life, and that I can respect 100%. I'm not asking you or requiring you to dedicate a whole lot of time, but can you put some time in your schedule to check out a charter, to check out a meeting, just to show up, to just do your own due diligence of what's required? And let's do this. What do you need? What do your children need? What do your grandchildren need? What's missing? Let's step outside of just paying the bills, though it's important, and those things, because what resources do we have? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quiet, because sometimes you have a need, but the need is only designed for you to create a need that's going to aid a people who got the same need but don't have the resources. Become the resource, Kira. Become the resource. Become the resource. No, become the place that we can come to. Become the place that we can run to. Not feel judged and not feel ostracized, not feel, no. I'm just coming because I know at this spot, I need some help. I need some guidance. Become the place of inject faith, hope, and love. Set it up. Set up the venue. Monthly meetings, weekly meetings, quarterly meetings. Set it up. It ain't always gotta be in church, it ain't always gotta be worship, it ain't gotta set it up. If y'all don't know it, I'm snitching. Ken Badger is setting things up. Musically. Setting it up. Why? Because there's a place and there's a need, and we are prepared. We are unctioned to fill the needs. We can. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you need a location, talk to me. Now, it ain't the best location for music, but it's a good location for a meeting. But we can do a thing. Listen, I want to thank y'all for rocking with me this morning. This is our just conversation. This is what we do. It's dialogue. It's real. Tomorrow, if all goes well, hope the video from last week did not shake. No, from yesterday didn't shake up the people, but I have another person running for council coming to have a conversation with me tomorrow if everything's flow according to plan. That would be probably at 11 o'clock. We're scheduled to record it. We're going to record it and we're going to post it. But y'all be encouraged, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have the opportunity. Julia said, absolutely. You must show up in uniform. I don't know of one job that doesn't require appropriate attire. Our elders would say, dress for success. We, the people, need to see who you are. Attire is a part of that. Absolutely. Show me what I can accomplish. Like, I understand the struggle. I understand the urbanness. I comprehend being able to relate. But give me a glimpse, a piece that if I really follow you, if I really trust in you, that I can see the success of things. Show me. Oh yeah, I felt something in my spirit with that one. Y'all stirring me. I gotta go. I really gotta go. Because I believe, I'm gonna just say this authentically. Some people are going to surprise you if the outcome turns in their favor. They're going to take you by surprise. Because sometimes the position adds a weight of presentation that super exceeds previous experiences. Listen, y'all be blessed. Y'all be encouraged. Father God, as we prepare to even close on this conversation, I ask you, God, those names that were mentioned previously, that the young lady, God, that needs healing, touch them, God, from the crown of their head to the sole of their feet. Show their parents that you are in control, God, and that there's nothing too hard, too challenging, too difficult for you. Even those on the line now, God, who are at work, at their desks, preparing for lunch, God, preparing to find out where we're about to eat at. I ask you, Father God, even now, God, that you begin to address their concerns in their hearts. And God, you give them the courage and the fire, God, to pursue and to chase after what you put inside their spirit. I pray, God, that there is a collective work getting ready to take place among your people, that we are truly, not just by color, not just by being urban, but there is a collective work in its entirety, God, that has to be done and completed. And you have equipped us with the ability to get it done. Your word says you gave us the power to get wealth, for poverty doesn't have to be our portion always. You've given us dreams and ideas, visions and insight. Yeah. And even to one of your sons, God, you've given him so many ideas, so many things that God is trying to navigate them all. I pray for clarity, precision, execution, quality, abundance, increase, employees, and overflow. I pray for the fullness of what you have for us, God. And we give you praise, honor, and glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yeshua, Yahweh, Yeshua, all those things. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be encouraged. And I'll holler at you because God is doing something mighty. One more word from our sponsor, and then we out of here. Peace.
Menthol is not just a flavor. It's a manipulative way for big tobacco to target, attract, and addict Black Americans. Tobacco companies aggressively market menthol products using elements of Black culture, putting more products on shelves in Black communities and making them cheaper. And it's not just an injustice, it's killing us. Smoking-related illnesses are the #1 cause of death in the African American community. Help us fight this injustice at Not Just Men.